Good evening, good evening, good evening. To God be the glory. I want to thank God for life, joy, peace, hope, His promise, for Him being a waymaker, problem solver, heart fixer, and all that I need, and so much more. I want to say welcome to Authentic Living with T. Nicole. So before we get started, please and share this video and make sure you tag someone that is ready to live their life authentically, because I know that we live in a world where sometimes we have to pretend to be somebody else, to show up as somebody that we are not even. So we have to learn how to be ourselves, show up authentically, and be who we were created to be, because we all have a purpose. We all have things that we must do in this life. And so we have to learn to show up as our authentic self. And so, who better than me? Or even you, because you may have a story to tell, or you may have showed up as an imposter for majority of your life, and now you're ready to be your authentic self. I'm guilty because I didn't always be myself. I was trying to be somebody else. I tried to fit in spaces that I did not belong in. And I felt like I had to pretend to be somebody else just to get people to like me. So, if that's you, you can tell us, hey, T, that's me too. Because so many times, again, we be afraid to tell our truth. But I'm learning in this season of my life to tell my truth, because you never know how it can set you free and it could set me free. So many times, I'm telling you, people don't always want to live in their truth because it's not normal or they're not used to. Good evening, Vanessa. I'm sorry if there's a delay in my video, because for some odd reason my internet is acting slow. But I said I still got to go forth, because I said that I wanted to be on here tonight, because again, I want to show people what it's like to live authentically, because so many times we have to be this imposter. We have to be mama, we have to be daddy, we have to be cousin, we have to be sister, daughter, father, friend, or whoever it is. Like, we don't always be ourselves because we have to be somebody else for somebody. So think about what I just said. I know I said a lot, but if you can look at your life and say, have you ever just been your authentic self? Have you? Hey, Dion, it's been so long, and I know I haven't been going live like I used to, but I said on Thursday nights at this time, because I normally be home from work. Can I tell y'all, like, since moving to Texas, my life has been different. And I want to be transparent with you guys, because a lot of the times you might see T and be like, Therese, our T, she got it going on. She posting, she doing this, she posting and she's doing that. But y'all don't always know that it takes me about 12 hours a day to get back and forth from work. So this is a part of me being transparent. This is me living my authentic truth, because I never really tell y'all the whole story. I tell y'all what y'all need to know, because sometimes it's like, I don't want to give you all my problems, but I need you to know that I'm a human being. I have human experiences. I don't always do the things that I want to do because I'm tired, or because I'm gone all day long. And so this is a Monday through Friday thing. This is not just a one day out of the week thing. It's a everyday thing for me. Like, they trying to get me to work on Saturdays now. So I'm going to be having to work on Saturdays, and sometimes I'll have another day off during the week. But I say all of this to say, because I want to take y'all on a journey. So, about authentic living, why did I decide to do this? Because my name is T. Nicole. I am your spiritual authenticator. So, basically, I'm showing up authentically, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, because I realize something. We are made of three components: the mind, the body, and the spirit. And for so long, I only healed one area at a time. I only healed my body at certain times, and then I only healed my mind at certain times. Then I only healed my spiritual being at certain times. And I said, you know what? I will never be the whole person that I'm trying to be. What up, T Man? This is my brother, all the way from Michigan. Hey, good evening. I'm sorry there's a delay on my video, because something is going on with my Wi-Fi, and it just happened. When you have a powerful message, sometimes things happen in the frequency, because you got to get your message out. And can I tell y'all, it was hard for me to do this, but I said I needed to do this, because I'm in this space and in this place in my life where I got to get the message out. And again, I may move to my phone. See, my phone be acting up sometimes where I can't get the words out because of whatever reason. But when you have a powerful message, sometimes again, the frequency will mess up because it's powerful, because it's electricity. So when you're coming as your authentic self, you have to be willing to show up. You have to be who you are. There's no more actors on the stage. That simply means that you want to come as yourself. No more the imposter, no more doing and being what mama wanted you to be, who cousins wanted you to be. It's who you need to be. And in this season, I'm learning to be myself. So I wanted to give you a little background. So for those that know me or don't know me, I'm Therese Teasley, but I go by T Nicole. T is a part of my last name, and Nicole is my middle name. And so in 2022, I ended up leaving Michigan, and I left Michigan for a purpose. And the purpose was to see what life would be like on my own without my immediate support system, which is my family. I've been in this new state and in this new place, and I had to start all the way over. So I didn't have a job when I first got here, and I was able to get a job. And so now my job is like I have to travel like almost 4 hours in addition to working 8 hours a day. And so for me, that has been challenging in itself, but it showed me how strong and powerful that I really was. But it's like I'm losing a lot of time mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, because I'm always on this train. But I meet people every single solitary day. I meet people that I may never would ever had a chance to meet. And it just allows me to see that I'm in a better position than I ever been in. That's funny. He said, let me show y'all what my brother said. Look, he said, as long as we can hear you, I'm trying to show it and it won't even pull up. So hopefully it'll show up on y'all end where y'all can actually see it. I was trying to read it to you, but it says, as long as we can hear you, it doesn't matter if it looks like we're watching a Chinese movie. so so coming back to what I was saying, so I see people that are on the train that don't have a house. They don't have anywhere to go. And sometimes it be cold. And so they be sleeping on the train. And that makes me realize that I'm grateful for what I have. It may not be a lot, but it's enough for me in this season of my life. And so the thing is, if I would not have been in this position or this place to be grateful for the little things or the few things, I probably would have lost my mind a long time ago. And so I learned something on this journey that my words are my power. There's life and death in my tongue. So when I see people in those situations, even I look at myself and I'm like, that could have been me, but it's not me. That's not my story. So my job now is to help people tell their story. Because when I see people, when I see strangers, I want to help them find their voice, use their power, because this is a part of being your authentic self. Because sometimes people look at you, they look down on you because you don't look like them. You don't sound like them. You may not smell like them. And you may have to live on the street, and sometimes it be by choice, and sometimes many people are faced with mental health issues. I was reading on my timeline that a young lady in Pontiac, Michigan, where I'm originally from, she just died recently because she was sleeping outside in the cold. So that right there pierced my spirit. It's pierced my soul, because here it is, people that I see on a day-to-day basis sleeping on the train. At least they can get a little bit of warmth. Like, some people are out here struggling, and I know that we are all connected. So I know it's our job and it should be our life's mission to help people. And I know sometimes people don't want to be helped. So in that case, you just be yourself. You still show up as yourself, and that just simply means you still love them. You may not be able to provide them with the help that they want or need, but just pray for them. Say a kind word, because I know for fact, I know for certain, your words hold weight. They are powerful. So if I'm speaking life, no matter if the person receives it or not, I'm going to still speak life to my sisters and my brother because it's all in alignment with me becoming my authentic self. So, like when I said about the people that may not have homes or the ones that may not want help or desire your help, don't dumb down who you are, because sometimes people can discourage you from showing up because they might reject your help. They may not want your advice. So why I'm saying all of this is because we have to realize something. We are so amazing. No matter where we are in our life, what we are experiencing in our life, we still have to show up authentically. So even though some people may be in need or lack, you be kind. You say, you know what, today I'm gonna be the best version of myself. I'm gonna shine my light because they may just need to see me today. They might just need to see my smile. They might just need my kind word. So why is this all important? Because here it is. I'm in this new space. I'm in this new place. And I need y'all to know something. I'm about to tell y'all something, and y'all bear with me because I've been here almost a whole year, and when I tell you, if I have had good days, I have had not so good days, and I've had some challenges. And I'm telling you, this road has not been easy for me. And I know I'm not the only one that goes through things, but it's just so amazing when you can see that everything that we go through is working for our good. And that just simply means like, I recently had a roommate. I actually then had two roommates. And so I'm finna go there tonight because I need y'all to understand. It's like I had two roommates and I done lost both my roommates. And so now I'm in this position where I either gotta swim or I'm gonna either sink. And I've came too far to sink. So it's in my power now to use my words, saying, speaking life to myself and encouraging myself and showing you. That's why I said, let me do this authentic living, because I need people to understand that sometimes you can see a person and you not know what they go through, and then you pass judgment on them. But I want you guys to know that as we show up as ourselves, I'm showing up for myself, I'm showing up for you, and I'm showing you how to live authentically. Because the old me would have given up. But where I am today, I'm excited to be here because I now know that I have power. I know that I can show up authentically as myself and you'll accept me for me. Because there was times where I said I can't show up. I can't tell you that I have to ride a train to work every day. I can't tell you that I have to use Uber because I don't have a car. That would have been the old frame of mind. But I know today that sometimes you need to see a person struggle. And the good thing is, even though you know I might be going through a challenge, it's not the end, because I've been through worse. I've experienced worse. So even you, I want you to look at your life. You may have experienced worse. You may be going through something right now and it may be rough for you. You may have lost a loved one. You may have lost your self-esteem. You may have even lost your peace of mind. But I want to speak life to tell you, you can have all of that back. You can have it and it's going to be restored back into your life. And that just simply means no matter where we are today, it's not always where we're going to be. So you have to count it all joy and say, you know what, even though I'm going through something, even though I may have experienced heartache, hardship, I'm still an overcomer. Because one thing I know for certain is that there's life and death in the power of your tongue. And so the more you speak life to yourself, the more you speak life to your neighbors, the more you speak life to your children, the more you speak life and love to the people that you encounter, guess what? Things are going to get better for you. And why? Because that's something that you have to believe. I am a believer. I believe that everything is possible, not just one thing, not just some things. I believe everything is possible. And why? Because that's a part of my authentic living. Because if you understood where I was to where I am now, it has always been by faith. I've lived by faith. I've moved by faith. I've trusted by faith. And I'm standing on the promise of the word of God. And I'm not just saying this because I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm not just a Christian. I am a person that believes in the divinity. I believe in the spirit. I believe in God. I believe in the universe. I believe that everything is connected. I believe that everything works out for our good. That's just something that I believe. I believe that if he did it once, I believe it can be done again. So I've seen miracles time after time, and this is all a part of authentic living. It's not until you go through a situation or a circumstance that you can really tap into who you really are. Listen to what I just said. I know that may sound cliche, that may not make sense to some people, but some people, I want you to, I'm not talking to your flesh, I'm talking to your spirit, because we have to realize there's something on the inside that lives, that breathes, and that moves through us. And we have to realize that what we're going through is only a test. Everything we enduring is not for you to just feel like you're defeated, but it's for you to feel like and understand that it's working for your good, because that disease that was meant to kill you, it didn't kill you, but instead it gave you fuel to just live a little longer. It gave you fuel to keep going. It gave you fuel to forgive those that did you wrong. It gave you the fuel that you needed to grow stronger, to become that multimillionaire, to not only become the multimillionaire, but to become the head and not the tail. And that just simply means you are now the lender, and now you're no longer borrowing. And that just simply means that you were even predestined for this night right here. This is all a part of authentic living. See, the thing is, I said I wasn't going to do this, but I trust the Spirit of God that lives and dwells in me. Woo! Listen, Dion, when I tell you where, I don't even know where these words are coming from, but I'm trusting the process. And when I tell you, Dion, the old me would have given up. I left my home. I'm like, how can I make it? I didn't want y'all to know that I struggled. I didn't want y'all to see me going through, but I understand when you see somebody going through and you see them suffering, you know that God is, when you see God move in their life, see, you may not see the tears. You may not see the pain that they have to endure. You might not see that they had to bury their only child. You may not see that they had to lose their mother. They had to lose their father. They had to lose everything in order to gain what they needed. So this is for any man, this is for any woman, this is for people that are behind the prison walls, that were sentenced, over sentenced. This is for the medically fragile people. This is for the people that was wrongfully convicted. This is for my sisters. This is for my brothers. These are for the Susan Browns. These are for the DeMel Dukes. These are for the Robert Greathouses. This is for the Lisas. This is for the Toms. This is for anybody that needed today. So the authentic living is you just simply coming into who you are and loving and embracing everything about you. Because the simple fact is, for so long, we wanted to put on all this makeup. We wanted to wear all this hair. We wanted to change our body because we wasn't happy with who we was. I'm not saying if you had to have surgery because you had a sickness that you couldn't get rid of unless you had to have the surgery. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the ones that had to go get the surgery to look like somebody else, to look like one of them Barbies. You ain't one of them Barbies. Be yourself. Learn to show up as yourself, because the more you show up as yourself, the more people are going to love and they're going to embrace you, because you wasn't afraid to tell your truth. So if anybody would like to get connected to me, you make sure you inbox me, because I am available. I'm available to the diamonds in the rough. I'm available to the everyday people that are trying to find their identity, those that are ready to step up to the plate, those that are ready to come into who they were created to be authentically. Because so many times we hide behind titles, we hide behind people, we hide behind our past, but now it's time for us to stand up, believe in who we are, to know that we have bigger meaning. Oh my God. Yeah, I gotta bear with me. This had to come out because I'm telling you, I'm in this new space, I'm in this new place, and I'm trusting in who God called me to be. So if you are looking for a life coach, if you are looking for a speaker, if you are looking for an accountability partner, Inbox me today. I'm gonna make sure I include my links because you need to know T Nicole is ready. And if you're ready for a change, if you are ready to be your authentic self, connect with me today. Connect with me today. I'm excited for growth. I'm excited for change. And thank you for coming tonight. We'll be back next Thursday with a new topic. But just know this is Authentic Living with T. Nicole. I just wanted to make sure you knew a little bit about who I was, where I'm coming from. Because I'm telling you, this road has not been easy, but I know that it's worth it. I know everything I'm enduring, everything I had to endure, everything that comes my way is for my good. And I realized something that my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my nieces, nephews, and everybody else that I'm connected to in this season, things are turning around for our good because of the simple fact we are learning to be ourselves. We are showing up as our authentic self. We are speaking our truth. So don't be afraid to ever speak your truth. People need to hear it. So I love you. Be encouraged. Be blessed. I am T. Nicole. Have an amazing night.